Welcome back to the channel Dinar Shift, your definitive source for detailed analysis on international currency markets and the essential financial narratives shaping the globe. Today's broadcast brings forth an extraordinary and complex update, one that directly addresses the foundational question long pondered by market observers and those who have maintained a focus on this particular foreign exchange instrument. We are examining an intricate development that has moved the discussion away from purely speculative conjecture and into the realm of confirmed, structured financial mechanisms. The implications of this significant development are profound, particularly as they relate to the formalized environment within which the dinar's potential for increased global utility and acceptance is now being discussed. This entire scenario pivots on the vital concept of structured exchange readiness, a formal process that has been under intense international scrutiny and diligent development for a significant period. The pivotal headline that has recently captured the attention of the global financial community, and certainly the dedicated observer base, is the reported confirmation stemming from the U.S. Treasury concerning the operational readiness of structured exchange processes for the Iraqi dinar. This detail is monumental, as it shifts the entire conversation from theoretical possibilities and hopeful predictions to the practical reality of systematic institutional preparedness. It represents an authoritative governmental-level acknowledgement that the necessary technical infrastructure and comprehensive protocols are finalized, designed to handle organized and auditable conversions. For a considerable number of years, the market narrative has been primarily dominated by unverified rumors, anecdotal reports, and often unsubstantiated claims, but this official acknowledgement of structured readiness establishes a new and critical benchmark of both credibility and security. This confirmation essentially asserts that the complex financial mechanisms and compliant plumbing required for secure, accountable, and internationally regulated transactions are now fully installed, rigorously tested, and demonstrably poised for operational activation in the year 2025. This achievement marks an absolutely essential and defining step in transitioning the dinar from a currency, often associated with niche speculation, to one that is functionally and safely integrated into a recognized, internationally compliant exchange framework. The profound significance of the U.S. Treasury's central involvement cannot be overstated within the broader context of global currency dynamics and the framework of international trade relations. The Treasury Department's role is inherently central to overseeing, influencing, and meticulously regulating international monetary policy, especially in scenarios where the U.S. dollar interfaces directly with foreign national currencies. Therefore, their official signal that structured exchanges for the dinar are officially ready confers an extremely powerful and binding form of institutional validation. This is an endorsement that moves substantially beyond mere recognition of the currency's physical existence. It represents a full institutional acceptance of the complex and robust mechanisms that have been meticulously put in place by both Iraqi and collaborating international financial authorities to meticulously ensure safe, orderly, and transparent transactions at scale. This official step is critically important because it provides vital reassurance to major global financial institutions, including large commercial banks and sophisticated international investors, that any forthcoming exchange process will operate strictly within a recognized, legitimate, and highly secure environment. This action effectively establishes a necessary and unshakable foundation of both trust and operational integrity, which is an absolute necessity for any currency seeking widespread, increased global participation and legitimacy in the modern financial world. For the vast number of individuals who have diligently been observing the Iraqi dinar's multi-year trajectory, this significant confirmation serves as a substantial validation of years of consistent patience and a fundamental belief in the long-term structural, economic trajectory of the Republic of Iraq. The impressive patience and steadfast resolve demonstrated by these market participants, often maintained amidst a persistent backdrop of media skepticism, market volatility, and frequent fluctuations in sentiment, are now met with a clear, official sign of concrete progress and forward systemic movement. This official acknowledgement emanating from a preeminent global financial body, in effect, confirms that the foundational and crucial work of stabilizing, modernizing, and preparing the currency for greater international utility has reached an undeniably critical and final stage of readiness. It transmits a powerful, clear signal that all dinar holdings are now viewed and integrated within a financial system that is explicitly recognized for its institutional legitimacy, subject to comprehensive and rigorous international oversight, and operating with a high and verifiable degree of systemic security, a reality that stands in profound contrast to the long-standing uncertainty that has historically characterized the currency's journey to this pivotal point. The term structured exchange is the central defining concept of this entire update, and it requires a clear, precise understanding of its practical and regulatory implications for the conversion process. This crucial term refers specifically to a carefully managed, meticulously regulated, and systematically secure procedure, guaranteeing that all potential exchanges are executed with an absolute commitment to order, complete transparency, and the full, robust backing of established global banking infrastructure and technology. It unequivocally means that the conversion process is fundamentally built upon a foundation of mandatory verification, stringent compliance checks, and comprehensive procedural support, all expertly designed to ensure the smooth, verifiable, and secure execution of transactions at a massive scale. This deliberately structured approach is inherently intended to proactively prevent the potential for chaos, minimize systemic risk, and virtually eliminate vulnerability to fraudulent or illicit activities that have often been problematically associated with informal or unregulated currency conversions in the past. The reported readiness of this intricate, structured system unequivocally signals that authorized financial institutions are now fully prepared to implement verified international protocols, which constitutes a major and tangible confidence booster for the broader financial market and for all individual participants alike, optimally positioning the entire system for a smooth, orderly, and internationally recognized operational activation within the highly anticipated timeframe of 2025. The deep historical context surrounding this particular confirmation further illuminates its profound and far-reaching impact on the global financial consciousness. While the Iraqi dinar has been a subject of nearly continuous and intense market speculation for a substantial protracted duration, the U.S. Treasury's formal acknowledgement of operational readiness represents an authoritative, verifiable, and non-speculative piece of concrete information. This is deliberately not classified as another fleeting market rumor generated through unverifiable or anonymous sources. It constitutes a solid, concrete, and structured signal that the ultimate goal of full international recognition is an established, near-term reality with institutional backing. Such an official, high-level endorsement comprehensively confirms the dinar's rapidly developing and solidified role within the vast global currency landscape, and provides the absolutely critical level of institutional validation, long awaited by all entities monitoring the currency's status. This level of governmental oversight provides the fundamental assurance that the conversion framework is established as credible, inherently secure, and legitimately structured for any potential future high-volume exchanges, a highly prestigious status that is rarely achieved in the world of foreign exchange, and one that fundamentally and irreversibly alters the market's psychological perception of the currency's future. Diving deeper into the more technical specifics, the structured exchange process is expected to formally commence with the essential and mandatory step of rigorously verifying all dinar holdings. This is a crucial primary security measure intended to definitively confirm the complete authenticity and the legitimate legal status of every single dinar note presented for future conversion. The verification stage is universally recognized as absolutely fundamental to proactively maintaining the pristine integrity of the entire financial conversion system, and is expertly designed to comprehensively mitigate the systemic risks associated with the potential introduction of counterfeit currency or any other forms of financial malpractice and manipulation. Following this crucial and non-negotiable verification phase, authorized financial institutions are fully prepared and mandated to conduct exchanges in a strictly structured and fully regulated manner, utilizing official rates that have been established through a process of official, international recognition and agreement. The meticulous management of liquidity is another indispensable key component of this stringent, official structure, carefully implemented to guarantee that all transactions are processed safely, smoothly, and efficiently for the maximum security and regulatory compliance of all participating parties. This carefully designed and methodical structure is consistently reinforced by the crucial element of sustained international oversight, which rigorously mandates that all conversion stages strictly adhere to the highest global regulatory, compliance, and anti-money laundering standards. This powerful, multi-layered layer of international accountability is specifically designed to maximize confidence in all market participants by explicitly assuring them that the entire process is not only fundamentally legitimate but also strongly protected against any potential for large-scale fraud or systematic mismanagement of the conversion flow. The very existence and confirmed readiness of this fully structured framework provides a significant and comprehensive assurance that every single exchange event will be executed in a highly methodical, transparent, and auditable manner, effectively and decisively eliminating the high risk and uncertainty that was typically associated with less formal, highly speculative conversions of the past. The stability, certainty, and predictability that this official structure provides are major influential factors in attracting the increased and necessary widespread institutional attention to the currency's potential future movement and formal integration into the global system. The U.S. Treasury's official green light for operational readiness also contributes significantly and strategically to the broader international recognition and the overall essential confidence in the Iraqi currency's future. With this formal, high-level go-ahead, major global banks, sophisticated Forex institutions, and accredited investors across the world are now officially viewing the dinar as a currency that is demonstrably credible and fully prepared for structured financial engagement within the global marketplace. This widespread, institutional global acceptance is an indispensable component of the entire successful process, as it provides the certainty that any subsequent exchanges will be robustly supported by a vast interconnected network of major financial institutions rather than being confined to isolated, smaller, and highly speculative market pockets. Investors can now proceed with a higher degree of informed confidence, operating under the full knowledge that their holdings are recognized, secured, and respected within the international financial markets, and are fully backed by strong official international oversight and systemic support. The establishment of this foundational institutional trust is absolutely critical for building enduring market momentum, comprehensively enhancing broad investor confidence, and ensuring adequate continuous liquidity for massive-scale conversion operations. It is the sophisticated and strategic convergence of these officially structured exchange mechanisms and the high level of authoritative international validation that fundamentally elevates this confirmation to a true historic juncture in the history of foreign exchange monitoring and development. Global financial observers are now intently monitoring the final, precise steps as this carefully prepared and complex system moves inexorably closer to its full operational status in 2025. This current phase of development is clearly characterized by a strategic, highly deliberate, and systematic rollout that prioritizes the highest systemic security and broad market stability above all other concerns, effectively preparing the ground for a potential event that has been anticipated and meticulously planned for over a long and complex period of time. For those whose primary focus is the potential for significant value recognition, it is absolutely essential to fully appreciate that any major system-wide currency RE2 evaluation event is consistently and exclusively managed with meticulous governmental care and precise strategic implementation protocols. The entire complex process is deliberately structured and phased to maintain the maximum possible stability, preserve unquestionable institutional credibility, and guarantee a deep, functional liquidity that can be trusted across all affected markets. While there are strict and unavoidable limitations on making any form of guarantees or specific predictions about the exact financial outcomes or potential individual gains, the established historical record of government-backed currency revaluations consistently suggests that market participants who engage strategically and adhere strictly to the system's officially outlined procedures may find themselves favorably positioned for considerable regulated opportunities. The regulatory and operational foundation has now been clearly and firmly set for a profound, meaningful recognition of the currency's fundamental intrinsic value, creating a transparent, fully regulated environment for those who are prepared to navigate the official structured exchanges with diligence and precision. The powerful pairing of this official Treasury approval with the confirmed presence of verified and robust banking systems, alongside comprehensive, mandatory international oversight, collectively creates a highly secure and uniquely structured financial framework. This framework is explicitly designed and engineered to prioritize both the absolute security of every transaction and the realization of potential financial opportunity simultaneously, thereby ensuring a rigorously regulated and professionally managed environment. Market credibility emerges as another crucial and essential reinforcing element in this historic development. When an institution of the stature and global authority of the U.S. Treasury formally authorizes and signals readiness for these exchanges, it transmits an extremely strong, undeniable, and trusted message throughout the entire interconnected global financial ecosystem, firmly affirming that the Iraqi dinar is now demonstrably trustworthy and fully operationally prepared for all international financial business. This heightened and undeniable level of market credibility is the direct factor that enables secure, high-volume banking operations, verifiable and auditable exchanges, and a broad global acceptance, which collectively serves to significantly reduce the omnipresent risks of both potential fraud and the intentional introduction of counterfeit notes for all legitimate holders. This specific distinction is paramount for every participant. It fundamentally marks the difference between engaging in a purely speculative, high-risk venture and participating in a structured, verifiable, and officially sanctioned financial operation with institutional guarantees. The formal, governmental acknowledgement ensures with certainty that every single stage and step of the conversion process is thoroughly and comprehensively protected by high-level oversight, providing investors with the utmost necessary confidence that they are participating in a legitimate, meticulously managed financial event that adheres to the most rigorous international standards of conduct and compliance. The entire operation is a powerful demonstration of sustained international cooperation explicitly aimed at achieving and maintaining comprehensive economic stability and structural integrity. Further strengthening the historical importance and resilience of this confirmation is the underlying tangible economic and substantial financial support emanating directly from Iraq itself. The Iraqi economy, which is powerfully underpinned by substantial, consistent oil revenue and significant foreign exchange reserves, provides a crucial, stable financial foundation that is indispensable for these structured exchanges. This guaranteed revenue stream is key to ensuring a deep and reliable liquidity pool, actively supporting the necessary and complex banking operations, and naturally acting to reduce undue volatility in the currency's perceived market value. When this tangible and verifiable economic backing is seamlessly combined with the official institutional approval from the U.S. Treasury, it collectively creates a unified system that is not only operationally ready for large-scale exchanges, but is also structurally capable of safely and stably handling the potential massive volume of conversions. Market participants now benefit from a clear, dual-layered signal, unquestionable institutional recognition paired with palpable, verifiable financial stability. For those who currently hold the dinar, the immediate and most critical focus must now be strategically shifted towards maximizing personal readiness and ensuring meticulous preparation. The first and most primary step involves maintaining a high degree of composure and understanding that an opportunity of this sheer magnitude inherently necessitates patience and strategic timing, as structured, system-wide processes will inevitably require a measured period for proper and complete final implementation. Secondly, remaining thoroughly and consistently informed is absolutely essential. This necessitates actively and exclusively monitoring official updates released directly from central banks, authorized financial institutions, and credible official news channels. Such proactive, informed vigilance ensures that any actions taken are strictly aligned with and entirely within the legitimate and outlined framework of the official exchange process, deliberately avoiding any unverified or speculative sources. The third and unequivocally most critical step involves securing all dinar holdings with the utmost and non-negotiable care, ensuring the complete and documented authenticity, proper and accessible documentation, and absolute physical security of the currency notes is absolutely paramount to effectively maximize the potential benefits when the structured exchanges are officially activated and deployed. Preparation, in this highly specific context, is the definitive and separating differentiator that allows market participants to act efficiently, knowledgeably, and strategically once the regulated system moves decisively from its current ready status to fully operational capacity. This proactive and comprehensive preparedness is the indispensable component for a successful, orderly, and compliant engagement with the potential value recognition event, ensuring that every opportunity presented within the secure, structured framework is leveraged both effectively and with the highest degree of personal security. Another critical component absolutely underpinning this entire financial operation is the necessary and advanced financial infrastructure, which is often referenced as Tier 3 funding, and which is an essential requirement for managing large-scale, complex exchanges both safely and efficiently. To fully ensure that conversions can be handled smoothly at an anticipated massive scale without causing any systemic disruption or instability, there must be an official guarantee of sufficient and immediate liquidity and robust financial support mechanisms firmly in place. The core purpose of Tier 3 funding is precisely to provide this comprehensive and deep financial framework, ensuring that the entire complex conversion process remains orderly, secure, and entirely credible for all participants involved. With the high-level Treasury approval now confirmed in place, this tiered funding can operate with full and guaranteed effectiveness, guaranteeing smooth, predictable, and fair exchanges for every single verified holder, regardless of the size of their individual holdings. The careful, deliberate, and strategic timing of this specific announcement adds yet another crucial layer of significance and impact to the news. The extensive and multifaceted preparations undertaken by the Iraqi government, which notably include the significant modernization of their internal banking systems, deliberate, targeted economic stabilization measures, and meticulous coordination with various influential international financial institutions have been in dedicated progress for many years. The U.S. Treasury's issuance of the official green light effectively signals at the highest level that these comprehensive and prerequisite preparations are now definitively considered complete, and that the entire system is fully and robustly prepared for structured, systematic activation. This strategic alignment of confirmed systemic readiness, authoritative oversight, and elevated market credibility collectively sets the precise stage for a meaningful, transformative, and potentially historic movement in 2025. All experienced observers are now intently focused on the imminent coming months, recognizing that every verified, formal, and transparent step taken will decisively reinforce the fundamental transition from purely speculative interest to the reality of tangible, structured investment opportunities within a secure framework. The profound and often underestimated power of market momentum and investor psychology plays a consistently vital and instrumental role in determining the ultimate potential impact of this official announcement. When a currency receives such a high-level official recognition and is explicitly backed by profoundly credible and established institutions, a powerful and infectious surge in confidence immediately sweeps through the entire investor community. This newfound and powerful confidence acts as a robust catalyst, naturally attracting significantly greater attention and focused participation from international markets, which in turn creates both necessary momentum and increased regulated participation across the board. This resultant positive momentum naturally amplifies the potential for financial opportunities because a much larger number of holders feel secure, validated, and professionally supported in their long-term position. The strategic and dynamic combination of proven institutional credibility, confirmed systemic readiness, and heightened market confidence is precisely why this major announcement is being universally categorized as historic, and why market participants are so intensely monitoring the system's final, meticulous preparations for full operational activation in 2025. Strict international oversight remains an absolutely steadfast and non-negotiable cornerstone of the entire process moving forward into the final phases. Managing large-scale currency exchanges requires continuous, meticulous verification, consistent, real-time monitoring, and precise coordination among various interconnected financial institutions across the globe. The official Treasury approval acts as a critical guarantee that these exchanges are fundamentally legitimate, universally recognized globally by all key players, and strictly aligned with all established international financial standards, best practices, and anti-money laundering regulations. This robust, system-wide oversight is specifically designed to minimize overall risk, drastically increase overall market trust, and provide the certainty that all holders are participating in a secure, professionally managed, and protected process. The deliberately structured framework efficiently facilitates orderly and predictable exchanges while actively and consistently safeguarding against the chaos, speculation, or potential for large-scale fraud that has historically characterized less formal, past currency movements. For every single market participant, this official structure represents a critical and highly reassuring validation that their long-term holdings are fully integrated into a professional system designed with safety, compliance, and institutional credibility as its paramount concerns. Turning to the necessary practical steps, the importance of continuous, proactive, and detailed preparation for all Dinar holders cannot be overstated in maximizing the benefits derived from this historic event. The number one priority remains the essential verification of all currency notes, as confirmed authenticity is the absolute primary condition for eligibility within the structured exchange framework. Maintaining up-to-the-minute awareness and education through official communications released solely from central banks, recognized financial institutions, and trustworthy official news sources is crucial for the timely and accurate understanding of the final activation processes. Beyond verification and information, the immediate necessary steps include meticulously securing all physical assets, comprehensively understanding the entire multi-stage exchange process, and developing a clear, strategic, and informed plan of action for participation. While sustained patience remains an absolute necessity, as structured systems are by their nature, methodical and require meticulous coordination, diligently following these official steps ensures that all market participants are optimally prepared for the precise moment the substantial opportunities are officially and formally declared operational and available. The enduring factors of long-term credibility and sustained structural stability are equally essential to the overall significance of this profound development. The powerful triad of official Treasury approval, the backing of specialized and deep financial support mechanisms like Tier 3 funding, and the continuous modernization of the banking infrastructure collectively creates a robust, enduring foundation that is explicitly designed to support not only the initial exchanges, but also the sustained recognition, utility, and future acceptance of the dinar within the broader, competitive global markets. This strong, resilient foundation ensures with confidence that the currency is positioned for ongoing stability, continuous and high credibility, and widespread global recognition well beyond the initial activation phase. For all holders, this long-term outlook substantially mitigates future, unforeseen risks and provides a much greater, sustainable confidence in the currency's enduring value. It is the synergistic combination of this high-level operational readiness, the substantial institutional backing, and the elevated market credibility that cements this announcement as truly historic in the continuing evolution of international finance and currency management. The potential global investor impact stemming from this official development is substantial, wide-reaching, and potentially transformative. The Treasury's approval sends an unmistakably clear, powerful, and trusted signal to every international market that the Iraqi dinar is now demonstrably credible, formally recognized, and fully operationally ready for structured financial engagement. This comprehensive validation is expected to actively attract new, significant streams of foreign direct and portfolio investment, significantly increase overall regulated participation within the currency market, and naturally improve the systemic liquidity available. This recognition is profoundly more than a localized domestic story. It carries vast positive global financial implications, placing the dinar firmly and securely on the radar of all major international institutions and investors. Investors across the world now have an officially verified and compelling reason to monitor, participate, and potentially benefit from the upcoming structured exchanges, which further enhances both the powerful momentum and the established credibility of the dinar in competitive global markets. For those who remain highly skeptical, the complete credibility of this powerful confirmation lies firmly and verifiably upon a foundation of multiple, reinforcing factors. Firstly, the confirmation originates from a major, top-tier governmental-level institution with supreme authority and global oversight. Secondly, it is the result of extensive, deliberate, and detailed coordination with key Iraqi financial systems, ensuring a genuine and verifiable operational readiness on the ground. Thirdly, it is strategically aligned with sophisticated, structured funding mechanisms, such as the aforementioned Tier 3 funding, which guarantees the essential and non-negotiable liquidity and stability required for massive-scale operations. Finally, the inclusion of stringent, continuous international oversight ensures with certainty that the entire system will operate strictly in accordance with the highest global financial standards and rigorous regulatory compliance. When all these essential factors are combined and validated, they form a highly credible, secure, and operationally sound framework for structured exchanges that all legitimate holders can fully and strategically rely upon for a predictable process. The inherent power of market momentum and psychology continues to be a primary powerful driver of potential gains and value recognition. The official high-level confirmation immediately builds widespread confidence, which in turn acts as a powerful catalyst, rapidly accelerating positive momentum in strategic investor behavior and engagement. As more market participants universally recognize and accept the undeniable legitimacy and robust structure of the new system, overall attention and focused participation naturally increase dramatically, effectively transitioning the dinar's status from a subject of pure, unregulated speculation to a verified asset within a structured, officially recognized investment framework. The U.S. Treasury's role is absolutely central and pivotal to facilitating this critical transition, fundamentally changing market perception, significantly enhancing institutional and investor trust, and deliberately creating the optimal, secure conditions for strategic, profitable, and accountable action. Investors who fully understand and strategically leverage this powerful dynamic are the ones best positioned to maximize the benefits of the fully structured framework when it finally becomes entirely operational. Economic stability and guaranteed liquidity are additional indispensable supporting factors that continue to strongly bolster the entire process. Iraq's substantial, reliable oil revenue coupled with its strategic foreign exchange reserves provides a solid, enduring, and resilient financial foundation that ensures that potential large-scale exchanges can be conducted safely, predictably, and without causing any systemic disruption. The official Treasury oversight acts as a critical guarantee that the entire complex process is carefully coordinated, centrally monitored, and thoroughly protected against significant risks like systematic instability or mismanagement of funds and assets. This powerful and strategic combination of robust economic support and disciplined, structured governance is absolutely critical for maintaining unwavering investor confidence and for facilitating the smooth, orderly, and professional activation of the currency within the global financial markets in 2025. The final expected result is a system that is demonstrably secure, inherently credible, and fully capable of handling significant, high-volume financial transactions without creating undue market disruption or regulatory breach. The potential for significant financial opportunities for Dinar holders remains strategically contingent upon their structured participation, diligent personal preparation, and sustained patience throughout the methodical process. While, as is standard financial practice, no specific returns can be credibly guaranteed or predicted, the historical precedent of government-backed currency revaluation events consistently presents opportunities for substantial value recognition within a controlled, regulated environment. The Treasury approval guarantees the necessary institutional credibility. Tier 3 funding ensures the essential deep liquidity, and the modernized banking systems confirm the absolute operational readiness for the event. Collectively, these powerful elements form the strong, secure foundation for significant financial opportunities for those who choose to act strategically and strictly within the established official framework. Market participants who are fully prepared to follow the official verified steps are positioned optimally to potentially benefit when the complex exchange system finally becomes fully and officially operational for all. Practical, detailed preparation must remain the foremost, continuous focus for every holder in this process. This includes the essential and mandatory verification of all Dinar notes to ensure complete, documented authenticity, a steadfast commitment to staying informed only through official and authoritative channels, the physical security and proper documentation of all holdings, a comprehensive understanding of the precise, multi-step exchange process, and the strategic planning of future, post-exchange actions. Sustained patience is an ongoing requirement because the complex and high-volume nature of large-scale structured exchanges means they are inherently methodical, coordinated, and non-rushed. Adhering strictly to these official and verified steps is the only way to ensure that all investors are ready to act efficiently, safely, and in the most profitable manner possible when the structured system is officially activated. Preparation, informed awareness, and consistent vigilance are the absolute non-negotiable keys to strategically taking full advantage of this unique historic opportunity that is now entering its final decisive phase of readiness. The ultimate global credibility of the dinar is powerfully and finally reinforced by the official Treasury approval and its wide-ranging implications for international finance. Banks, global investors, and international financial institutions now collectively recognize the Iraqi dinar as a currency that is definitively trustworthy, fully compliant, and operationally ready for engagement. This universal recognition significantly reduces systemic risk, substantially enhances overall, regulated market participation, and actively supports the long-term stability of the currency's value and exchange position. For the holders, this official acknowledgement confirms, without a doubt, that their holding is fully integrated into a professional financial system that is globally recognized comprehensively, backed by strong international oversight, and specifically engineered to ensure secure and orderly structured exchanges for the future. The strategic combination of official credibility, proven operational readiness, and perfectly aligned timing makes this moment one of profound historical significance in the continuous, evolving world of foreign exchange and international currency investment.